Stock up, stock down, Kyle Shanahan.
Okay, down. Now, he was in the penthouse, okay?
Yes.
So I'm not putting him in the boiler room.
No,
but
he's not with the Earthlings.
I say from the penthouse, which is on the 12th floor.
Okay.
He's on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
He's not to the lobby. He's not to the first basement. He's not to the boiler room. But he's now on the 2nd floor, and the arrow seems to be going down on the elevator.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm going to tell you, if you don't mind, and then you can, whatever. I'll tell you some reasons I think he's gone down to the 2nd floor.
Okay.
He didn't have his team ready to play against a crummy team and a nobody quarterback. He didn't have his team ready to play. No. He hasn't had his team ready to play at all this season. He beat the two Schlemiel teams in New Jersey. Okay, great. But they haven't won a game. But he really has not had the team ready to play, and he can't win at home. That's very bad.
Yes.
But I'm going to say something else. He's supposed to be a genius. Use that word. Now, we used it for Bill Walsh, who was. This kid, people talk about him as a genius. Okay, he's such a genius. In the last 2 games, he managed to make both of his quarterbacks look really bad.
Yeah, he did.
How much of a genius is that? Now, here's what I mean, folks who are watching now, and thank you. Let's go for Nick Mullins first. Here is a guy who really hadn't started a lot, who hadn't had a lot of experience. What I would think would be at the very beginning of the game, make it easy for him.
Yeah.
Let him get in the flow of the game. Don't make him do what you would ask Jimmy to do, if Jimmy could even do it.
And that's the kind of philosophy that carries across all sports. Basketball, baseball. If you have a new starter in your basketball lineup, don't have him take a 3 right off the bat. Give him a layup first. Give him something to get in the game. Yes, keep going.
Get in the flow, all of that. Yeah. So with that running game, they could have handed off a lot when Nick Mullins. I mean, they do well with that.
And you're playing a team that has no offense. You don't have to score 30 points. Go ahead and run it.
Yeah, and they had him do things with a certain degree of difficulty. So what I felt was he wasn't doing Nick Mullins any favors, and it's his job as offense coordinator / head coach to help his quarterback, not to say, you're going to run my game plan, God damn it, no matter what, as opposed to, what can I do for you? And then with the same thing with Jimmy.
Yeah.
He had a running game that really was effective. As far as I know, Mostert got 11 carries in the whole game.
That's it.
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that?
What the hell is that? And again, he saw Jimmy was shaky.
Yeah.
Help him out.
Let me give you a number real quick. First half, 20 called passes, 3 sacks, only 11 called runs. In the first half, when the game was still a game. I mean, you were down 2 scores. There's no excuse to get away from your game plan. I mean, what the hell is that?
He called a very bad game. Yeah. And he did it at his team's expense and his quarterback's expense. And again, it felt to me like, I have a system, I'm going to run it. It doesn't matter who my players are.
Yeah.
Good coaches would say, forget my system. What's going to work today? And he didn't do it the last 2 games. And Iggy, I'm putting him on the 2nd floor for that. I think he's really very rigid.
Here's what I think about what he's doing. Because to me, he is a good coach. I mean, he showed it last year. So what is he doing now? This to me is a symptom of having a 6-year extension. I mean, you can't get fired. And I think every person in life kind of needs the fear of, if I do poorly, I might get fired. It'll bring the best out of you. So what he can do last year, he needed to win games. So he did everything in his power to make sure he won games because he couldn't start his career with 3 straight losing seasons. Now he has no fear of getting fired. So he can just call offenses the way he wants. And if there are problems, he can blame the players and say, well, you got to execute. I need the players. I'm not going anywhere. So why don't you give me the guys who can execute these things? And it's like, if we go 4-12 this year, what are you going to do? Fire me? You're going to get new players. So it's like he is now has a blank check to coach however he wants and not take any blame. So, I mean, is that his fault? Yes. But someone created the situation.
Right. And we will get to that person now or a little later.
About Shanahan, we can talk about him.
Is there any more we have to say? I have to say, I think your point about lacking financial motivation is a cogent point, and it listen, Iggy, it's not only him. It's 85.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Same thing.
same thing.
Kittle, where are you? Where was Kittle in that game? They're paying him $15 million.
And Armstead plays hard, but he doesn't always play effectively. I know you hurt his feeling last week.
Sorry, Aaron.
Okay, but the point is, a point that I've heard you make is they rewarded this team for failing.
Yes.
Yes. When did it come to you reward failure? They acted as if they won the Super Bowl. But Iggy, they didn't win the Super Bowl. They didn't lose the Super Bowl. They blew the Super Bowl. Yeah. How do you reward that?
Yeah. Okay. And how do you think we just bring everything back and it'll be fine? No.
Right.
Okay.
And they didn't bring everything back. They didn't bring Buckner back.
Yeah, or Emmanuel Sanders or Joe Staley. We'll get to that later.